The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
19 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready?
Love back to it here after the pick six. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Let's go. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready?
Love from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. To throw is Nix. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here we go. Shaq.
Here's Nix. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
A short throw to Musgrave. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
On play action, Love to throw, sliding out of the pocket. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Let's go now.
Counter play with Jacobs. Gets around him. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Love, he's going to change the play here. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Let's go. Go.
Here's Jacobs. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
18, back, 18, ready. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Nix from the shotgun. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Anthony Schwartz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Play fake. Here's Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Love. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Flush to his right. And Diggs has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Diggs in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Pat Surtain up to make the play. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Working out of the gun. Love. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. A good pickup there at 22.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Love now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Throwing. Love. That's hauled in by Musgrave for the Packer touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right. And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun is Nix. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Anthony Schwartz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Love. And on the left
sideline. He caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Love, they go play action now. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. To throw, here's Nix. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Let's go now.
Throwing Nix. And Walker has it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. No.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. the play fake. Nix rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Nix to the air. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Following the interception, Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Love will sneak it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jordan Love scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will shrink to 6. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He completes this to Walker. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Nix. Escaping the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a fourth down situation. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going. It's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Go street. Panther 11, Panther 11. Buffalo 18.
Love. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Motion man is Schwartz. Here's Nix. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. He's still on his feet. Inside the 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Back to Walker on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 4. To throw is Nix. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That is incomplete.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to the air with Nix. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quay Walker. There he goes, left side. Down to the 10 and into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Nix from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly is told that you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's Nix once more. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then in like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man is Higgins. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On play action, here's Nix. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
From the gun on 3rd down, Nix. And that is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to have a Packers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Once again, it's Jacobs. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Motion man is Schwartz. Throwing to start the drive. Nix.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Nick.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down. 10 yards to go. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 32-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. That's caught by Davis. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's Jacobs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. He's got Pickens, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he has a Packer first down, and that should be the one that finishes the script.
It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's